Grand Rising. Happy Monday, everybody. Also, happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day. My name is Eric, coming in from the Blank Spot. We are a sublimation blanks and supply company located in South Carolina. And if you guys are joining us, I need you guys to do me a huge favor. Make sure you share and like this video whenever and wherever you see it. Make sure you share and like it. Drop your city and state to let us know you're tuning in from, because we'd love to know who we have on these calls. If you are following us on our social media handles, great. We appreciate it. If you're not following us on our social media handles, make sure you follow us. Specifically, subscribe to us um, on our YouTube channel. It is the Blanks Spot Academy. We'd love to have you over there. We got a lot of tutorials about sublimation items, and what I'm going to be doing right now, stuff just like this. So we got some gift ideas for any time. So if you're interested in gift ideas and you're doing sublimation, Grand Rising, thanks for jumping on. If you're interested in gift ideas and you're doing sublimation, this is going to be right up your alley. So I don't know if you are a crafter, if you are a creator, if you're a designer, if you're a hobbyist, if you're a business owner, doesn't matter. If you're doing sublimation, okay, and I'm not just talking about a couple of different things in sublimation. I'm talking about if you're doing sublimation, we are a sublimation blanks and supply company, and you're going to want to have access to some of these opportunities. Green Bay Pack all day. Grand Rising, thanks for jumping on. So as you do me a favor, as you jump on, Shawnee D, how you doing? Grand Rising, thanks for jumping on. Happy Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Thank y'all for jumping on. I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. How many people are off today? Are you guys off today? Type a number 2 in the comments if you have today off. Type a number 2 in the comments if you have today off. Anybody? Y'all taking a day off? So you're off from your full time, but you're working on your business, correct? Or your craft or your skill, right? That's what I want to hear. You're working on your skill set, your craft, your part-time, your side hustle, whatever the thing is, you're retired. I got you. So yeah. So Grand Rising, thank y'all for jumping on. So today, it's gonna be the first part of this. Should I call these tutorials? Should I call these how-tos? What I'm doing is I'm showing you how to use our sublimation blanks, to make money, gift ideas. Now we know that there's a holiday or an observance in every month of the year, at least one. And what's coming up right now is Valentine's Day. Also Black History. We have Mardi Gras for those of you who celebrate Mardi Gras. For those of you who celebrate St. Patrick's Day, that's coming up. Women's History Month, Easter, spring break, Mother's Day, Cinco de Mayo, all those things are coming up. Right now, I'm going to share with you one of the items that we have in our store, okay? We have this item in our store, and it's available on our website right now at theblanksspot.com. That's TheBlanksspot.com. This is a lunch tote, a neoprene lunch tote. And let me go ahead and remove this jig. I'm going to be sublimating this today. I'm going to be sublimating this on the 15 by 15 heat press. We also have this heat press in our warehouse as well. You can actually go to theblanksspot.com. Once you go there, you're going to see a search hourglass on the left-hand side, and you can search whatever it is that you're looking for. Just be specific when you actually search for it, okay? Once again, we're selling these heat presses. It's a 15 by 15. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to, because we're going to be sublimating this. So I already have the design for this, and I already measured it. So the first thing you're going to want to do, as I jump right into this tutorial, we're going to call it a tutorial. First thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to create you a jig. You're going to want to create a jig, okay? I'm retired, working on getting my craft room cleaned out, removing all the. So congratulations on your retirement. I know you're a newly retired. I didn't want to overlook you. I want to say it's Janet. Congratulations to you as well on retirement. So first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get a piece of cardboard. That's my recommendation to you. Something that's solid, that doesn't have a lot of ridges in it. And you're going to want to lay this flat on the table. You're going to want to take that cardboard, take that substrate, and trace around that cardboard. Once you trace around that cardboard, you're going to get something like this. Now, it's not going to be perfect. Remember, crafting is an art. It's not perfection. So it's not going to be necessarily perfect. Once you cut this jig out, the reason why you want to cut this jig out is because you want to make sure that you have this substrate, this area, the sublimation area, you want it as flat as possible. You want to leverage this area. This has seams in it. And anytime you have a substrate that has seams in it, you run the risk of not having an even press. So this jig, as I like to call it, is a jig. Same thing you do with a sock, or you may put an insert for a t-shirt. This insert is going to assist you in creating a flat surface, or a flatter and a straighter surface for this. Now, I want you to see something, okay? This actually opens up. It has a bottom. It has a football-shaped bottom, okay? It has a football-shaped bottom. Now, what I want you to do once you cut that jig, you want to take that jig and you want to slide it in the inside of this. On the front side, the white side where you're going to be sublimating, you want to slide that and position it in this portion, okay? That's going to help you to make sure this is as straight as possible. Now, here's the issue. Here's going to be the issue with these types of substrates. Something that you cannot control. It doesn't matter how cleanly you cut it. It doesn't matter how straight you cut it. You're always going to have some issues with the corners. You're always going to have some issues with the corners because of the way that it was created and machined. The corners are going to want to curve over. It could be the way that it was shipped. Okay. Grand Rising, thanks for jumping on. I appreciate you. So you want to get this in here and you want to pull it as straight and as snug as you can, adjusting the ends to be as flat, the white side or the white part to be as flat, and you want it to be noticeable to the heat press when you actually set it up. Okay. So now, once you adjust all that, you now want to measure it. Okay. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. You now want to measure it. So you want to have a crafting ruler. You want to have a fabric ruler. This is going to be essential to your success in anything that you're going to be doing in crafting. If you check this out, this is what I got. It's not going to be perfect along the edges, but I'm going to adjust a little bit more before I actually put it on here. Okay. Now you want to measure it, because if you measure it before you do this, your measurement is going to be shorter. This jig is actually slightly bigger than the substrate. That means it's kind of stretching it out. So we're going to measure this. Now, there's a misconception that when you ask somebody for a size of a substrate, that they're going to give you the size and it's going to be the size that you're going to have. The one thing that you have to understand specifically, all substrates have to be measured. Even if I do another one of these and they came out of the same batch, I'm going to measure it again because it's going to be machined differently. The seams are going to be different. The stitching is going to be different. Everything's going to be different. So what I'm going to do, and in sublimation, you're going to have to understand that I'm going to measure the width and I'm going to measure the height. Okay. In every process, it's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to measure the width and I'm going to measure the height because I want to cover as much white as I can. Keep in mind, I got to remind you guys, for all of the perfectionists out there, this is not going to come out perfect. We want it to come out as close as we can, but it's not going to necessarily come out perfect. My jig, the one that I cut, and I'm not cutting another jig, not for this example, but the jig that I cut is not fitting exactly along the edges. And that's because every jig, I would have to cut out a jig for every substrate. And I'm not going to do that. Okay. I'd have to cut out a jig for every substrate. So now I'm just tucking and pulling to make sure I can get as much of the white to show when I get ready to sublimate it. All right. Now, how many people out there, by a show of number threes, how many people out there are doing sublimation? Type of number 3 if you're doing sublimation. Hello, Grand Rising. Thanks for jumping on. Happy Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. birthday. How many by show of number 3s are doing sublimation? Now I'm about to trip somebody up. Are you doing sublimation or are you doing t-shirts and tumblers? Oh, I just lost a lot of people. Are you doing sublimation or are you doing t-shirts and tumblers? Don't take offense. I just have to know. because a lot of people who say that they're doing t-shirts and they're doing sublimation, they're not really doing all of sublimation. They're doing a particular item of sublimation. They haven't tried other things. So just know that sublimation has lots of different things besides t-shirts and tumblers. This is a neoprene lunch tote. Okay. If you're new to this, welcome. Appreciate you. Tap in, tag in, and pay attention. Go make sure you go and check out our YouTube channel. You'll be able to watch this video again live. All right. There is a difference, though, ladies and gentlemen, that in someone doing t-shirts, sublimating t-shirts and tumblers only, and actually doing a lot of things in sublimation. That means you're working your way around the myriad of items that you can actually sublimate, and that's going to make you very, very valuable in your business, in your crafting business. So use sublimation to grow your business. This particular idea, this is an anytime gift idea. We're doing Black History Month, and we're going to be doing this particular neoprene tote. Now, after I've measured my substrate, I measured the width and I measured the height. I've gotten my measurements. Remember, you can't ask me what my measurements are to use for your substrate. You got to measure your own. Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. Okay. So now, before I turn on my heat press, I have created the opportunity. I have a, I think this is like a 1/4 of an inch. Yeah, this is a 1/4 of an inch pad. This pad is going to give me even more leverage. It's going to give me even more leverage when I get ready to press. So before I turn on my heat press, I'm going to sit this down here. And I don't know if you guys can see it, but it sticks up a little bit. It sticks up a little bit because I pulled all of the white up, okay? So now, before I turn on my heat press, usually this would be on the seam. I just want to make a full attempt to try to get this all the way on here. So now I'm going to take my heat press, keeping my bag, positioning my pad, and keeping my bag on top of the padding. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and adjust my heat press. It should be a lot of pressure. I want y'all to listen to this. That's a lot of pressure. Okay, if you're not that strong, find you somebody who's strong, because you're going to want all of this to transfer. The reason why I have so much pressure is because right around here and here in the seams, it's a possibility that it may not transfer all the way. I may have some light spots. Once again, sublimation is an art. Now I'm going to turn on my press. Okay, my press, I'm going to set it I'm setting my press. I'm using our sublimation paper, which is the Blank Spot Sublimation Paper. If you're looking for sublimation paper, you can go to our website. And you can find our sublimation paper, theblankspot.com. Theblankspot.com. That's THEBLANKSSPOT.com. This paper is available on our website in sizes 8.5 by 11, 8.5 by 14, 11 by 17, and 13 by 19. Now, I do believe we still have some 8-inch rolls or 8.5-inch rolls left. If you're looking for sublimation paper that comes in packs, we have 4 packs that are available on there as well. So now, that's our sublimation paper we're going to be using. Remember, you're going to use a jig. You're using a jig, okay? So, let me see. Yeah, I have some of those too. Salty Southern Crafts. And the reason why you're probably not getting them, there's a strong possibility that you're not getting enough pressure. This padding is going to give you extra pressure and extra leverage. Grand Rise, Joy, thanks for jumping on. This padding is going to give you extra pressure and extra leverage while you're sublimating, okay? That's what this is going to do. So that's why I have this on here. So the heat press, once again, I got it at 380. and I'm going to be pressing for 60 seconds. Why? And I may press it a little bit longer than 60 seconds because I want to get this thing to transfer all over inside the seams and everything, okay? So now, if you got any questions about our sublimation blanks, our supplies, we also supply heat tape. You can check that out on our website, theblanksspot.com. You can check that out. We got a lot of different things. As far as gloves and things like that. So if you're just getting started and you're looking for a sublimation blanks and supply company, you gotta come and check us out. Let me see. I can't get the sides in the bottom, so you're not going to be able to get the sides. Give me 1 second. And I stand corrected. You can get the sides. It depends on what you're actually doing, how you're measuring it, okay? If you have overlap on this, you can actually get the sides. But you got to make sure you put enough pressure on it and you're overlapping. You also may have to use once again, you may have to use this this actual padding to give you more leverage, okay? So if you got any questions about our sublimation blanks or supplies, make sure you hit us up while we're doing this tutorial. I have already created my designs. I'm going to do Black History, and I'm doing Black History. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to do this neoprene bag. I'm going to do a journal, and I'm also going to do a glass tumbler. Okay, let's see. It doesn't have the black, so yeah, that might be one of the issues. If you're trying to get the sides in the bottom, that might be the issue. We took the easy way out. We opted to do the easy route, okay? So I have an 8550 Epson. Why I still have to slice? Because you don't have a printer that's big enough. That's why. That doesn't print wide enough. That's why. So if you guys are looking for larger prints, we do offer custom sublimation transfers. If you're looking for larger transfers, if you're looking for larger prints, check us out. Once you hit our website, you'll see that we can print up to 44 inches wide, okay? You can print up to 44 inches wide. Now I'm going to tilt my camera down so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. See if I can get a good angle on our YouTube as well. Thank y'all for joining us. I appreciate it. Now, this is going to be a little tricky, okay? It's going to be a little tricky. We want to make sure that when we measure, we don't measure exactly. I don't know who measures exactly other than somebody who's trying to make a point. So you want to have a little bleed, okay? Bleed is going to give you a little more leeway. Now I'm going to take this, and I don't know if you guys can see it, but right here on the corner, I'm going to take this and I'm going to tape this down on the corner to see if I can get this white part to stay down. I may not be able to get it to stay down, but I'm taping it directly to the transfer, okay? I'm going to do the same thing on this corner. I'm going to tape it directly to the transfer. And you also, once again, I'm going to peel this over. This one I'm going to peel over. As a matter of fact, I'm going to peel the other one over as well. Instead of doing it like this, I'm going to peel it over because I want to see if I can get all this to gas out. You got to understand the process of sublimation. A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't understand the process of sublimation. So what ends up happening is they end up giving up and quitting because they don't understand that it's a science. Sublimation is a science. And if you don't know how to tape, if you don't know how to lay your sublimation items, it's going to be an issue for you. It's going to make you mad. I know people who try to save tape and they try to save heat tape. So then what happens is while you're saving heat tape, you're messing up the substrates. So you got to make a decision. Do I want to save on heat tape? Do I want to save on paper? Or do I want to get the substrate correct? That's your choice. Okay? So let me get some butcher paper. Not that I really need it for this substrate, because once I heat this up, this is going to the ink is going to be activated again. So I'm just covering this up. I don't need it because this is a black background. I got my heat. It's right now it's at 269, so we still climbing. We're not ready to press yet, okay? So let's see what we got. You gotta decide what you're gonna save on, man. We're too busy trying to save all this money on certain things, okay? So if you're looking for transfers, we also print large transfers, okay? We print large transfers. So if you're looking for transfers, definitely check us out. We do custom transfers. We can do anything that you want sublimation-wise, up to 44 inches wide and 40 inches long. Gang sheets, we love them, y'all. We love them. So if you guys are looking to do your own transfers, you can do that. If you're looking for some ready-to-ship transfers, we got Black History. We got mom transfers. We got teachers, coffee, nurses, Christian faith, Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day. We have we have Mardi Gras. Did I say Black History? Yeah, we got Black History. We have lots of different tumbler transfers as well, tumbler wraps as well. Okay, so I am waiting. I'm at 295, guys. We got this thing. It's got to get to 380. Okay, it's got to get to 380. Now I want you to see how I take this. My tape is going from side to side, and I went and took the inside, and I take the inside to the transfer. Now remember, it's a lot of pressure on here. I got a lot of pressure. And the reason why I have a lot of pressure is because I want the process of the sublimation, which is going to be the scientific process. The ink is going to transfer from the paper to the substrate. And I want that ink to actually, that gas, it turns into gas from the paper. It turns into gas. So I want this thing to gas out. That's what I want to do. Okay. Now, let's see what else we got going on over here. We're going to be doing a couple of different things today. So if you're new to our channel, if you're new to our TikTok, if you're new to our YouTube or our Facebook, make sure you follow us. And hopefully you're getting some type of value. Can you show one of your all over prints when you're finished? It doesn't work like that, Mama. Still, I don't have any all over prints pre-printed. Okay, don't have any all over prints pre-printed. I do have that shirt back there, but we don't just pre-print all over prints. What shirt material is best for sublimation? 100% polyester is best. Okay, 100% polyester is best. However, a lot of people don't want to use the 100% polyester because polyester can be a little bit on the expensive side if you don't have a vendor. Okay, but sublimation loves polyester. It can't stand cotton. Do we carry sublimation hoodies? If you check on our website, you'll find some. We absolutely do. Okay. So, guys, this is not a TikTok shop live. We're actually advertising our business, theblankspot.com. Yes, we do make custom prints. Not custom puff prints, though. We're a sublimation blanks and supply company. Sublimation blanks and supply. So I know when you get on these platforms, you want a one-stop shop. And we are pretty much a one-stop shop for sublimation. So if you're just jumping on, we are a sublimation blanks and supply company. We're located in Columbia, South Carolina, or West Columbia. You want to see the shirt behind me? Yeah, we got a little time. So this is the Black History shirt. You're near Myrtle Beach? Okay. So all you got to do, you can email me. If you want to get customized prints, you don't have to email me. I'm sorry. Go to the website, theblankspot.com, or you can go to the link in the bio. If you go to the link in the bio, it's going to be the second selection. Thank you. Appreciate it. So if you go to the link in the bio, can I explain how I did this? We got a big press. We got a big printer. So it's really kind of off topic from what I was doing this morning. But since Mama Seal, since I fell for the okie doke, I'm committed now. So we have a 44 by 40 inch press. Okay. We have a 44 by 40 inch printer. That 44 by 40 inch printer can print up to, we've done 5X shirts. We also have a 31 by 40 inch heat press. So we print and press our own transfers. That's how we're able to do it. If you have a smaller press, you can do it as well, but it's going to take some skills to do it on a smaller press. I know that may not be all the answer that you wanted to hear, but that's pretty much the closest thing. Okay. So I have my heat to where I want it to be. And I'm going to probably have to press this a couple of times. And the reason why is because I already feel that it's off a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to make sure that this is on my pad. And I'm going to press this. 380 degrees. 380 degrees for 60 seconds. Now I don't have to press for 60 seconds, and I don't have to press at 385 degrees. We have our paper. Our paper is formulated to where it can press lower than 385 degrees. Similar to, and I don't know if you guys know Shakia the Professor, RTS Ink, similar to her paper, and I didn't want to say 365, but we press at lower temperatures as well. And it helps you out when you're able to press at lower temperatures for a shorter time to get the best ink release. My wife did about a year and a half research on the paper before it went to market. So it really makes a lot of sense when you can actually manipulate that and take that time and put it somewhere else. Okay. So this is, we're sharing with you gift ideas. And these are anytime gift ideas. Okay. Anytime gift ideas. Now that's 60 seconds. I don't know if you guys can hear it beeping. It's not gonna burn, I promise you. It does help when you compress with lower temps. For this particular example, I wanted to press it at 380, and I want to press a little bit longer so I can make sure this ink gases out. Okay. Now I'm not sure what's gonna happen. My wife, if she was here, she's a peeker. So she likes to peek just in case, right? I got a lot of it. I sell it. Removing my jig. Now I'm going to show you one of the troubled areas that you as crafters are going to be mad about. You're going to be mad about this. You're going to be mad and you're going to say, hey, well, I didn't get it all. That's what you're going to say. I just can't seem to get all of it pressed. Now, I'm going to show you something. It really doesn't make a difference, does it? Who is really going to be looking underneath here? Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't try to get as much as you can. I'm not saying that. Who's going to be looking underneath there? That's what I do too. You're not going to always get it because you're not going to always, if your jig is not specifically for that particular transfer, I would have to make a jig for every item. I'd have to make a jig for every one. Okay, so this is just showing you how to use our sublimation blanks. This is showing you how to use our sublimation blanks. If you are seasoned at sublimation, bless you. If you are new, hopefully you just learned something. Okay, if you're new, hopefully you just learned something. The colors are vibrant. Thank you, I appreciate it. This is the Blanks Spot Sublimation Paper and the Blanks Spot Sublimation Ink. So this is just one portion. One portion. Thank you, Ashley. I appreciate it. How you doing? That's so beautiful, such vibrant colors. Appreciate it. So here's the ink release. What ink? Here's the ink release. All right. So moving right along. Are y'all ready for the next part of this tutorial? Type a number 4 in the comments if you're ready for the next part of this tutorial. Type a number 4 if you're ready for the next part. Let me make a suggestion. Please don't try to reuse your butcher paper if there is some transfer on it, because if you can't use it, reuse it without avoiding the transfer, what's going to happen is every time this heat press hits this ink, it's going to reactivate. And the last thing you want is for ink to hit underneath here. Okay. Also, you don't want that ink to hit your new substrate. So now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do the A4 8x11 spiral notebook. Okay. The A4. So now I got to take my temperature down. I have to take my temperature down. And I'm taking my time down. Now, I don't know who y'all following, but I'm thankful that my wife was following Shakir the Professor. I don't mind giving her a shout out because she shared a lot of things with us. She shared a lot of things with my wife and with me through my wife. What I'm going to share with you this time is this. This is why it's important to have the best paper that you can have. This is why it's important to have the best paper you can have, because every substrate is different. Okay? Every substrate is different. So before I take the next temperature, I'm going to share with you what I'm sublimating. This piece of paper. Now, this piece of paper does not have any, it doesn't have any type of protection on it, okay? So there's nothing to peel. But this is the covering. This is the covering for the A4 8.5x11 notebook, spiral notebook, okay? So we're going to be sublimating both of these. Now, I dropped the temperature. Why did I drop the temperature? Because if I sublimate this at 380 degrees, it's going to transfer, but it's going to burn. And it's going to peel the covering back. It's important to know stuff like that. And that's why I asked you guys before in the beginning, are you doing sublimation or are you just doing t-shirts and tumblers? It's going to take some time and some experience to learn the different substrates, okay? You got to learn the different substrates. If you're not interested in learning the different substrates, then stick with what you're doing, okay? Just stick with what you're doing. No judgment, I promise you. But we're going to be talking about this on a regular basis, how to sublimate different items in our warehouse for gift ideas. And I promise you, we're not going to be just talking about t-shirts and tumblers, okay? So if you are a crafter, a designer, a creator, if you're somebody who wants to learn how to do something outside of what you're currently doing, stick with me. So I'm going to do my best to share it with you, all right? All right, so I'm going to wait for that thing to beep. Do I sell the transfer paper? Do I sell the sublimation paper? Lower temperature on these. Lower temperature on these. And you're not going to be able to do 360 with that paper, like Shakia said, that paper that starts with the first letter of the alphabet. Not successfully, okay? Just the way the paper's made. You want to know if I sell the sublimation paper or transfer paper? Because I don't sell transfer paper. We're located in West Columbia, South Carolina. So, I'm waiting on this thing to beep, man. Here's a couple of things you're going to want to know about this, okay? Now, for the novice person, the beginner, I want you to think about this. When I hold this notebook and I look at it, I'm looking at the notebook as I'm going to see it, okay? May take a little while, you know what I'm saying? It's also great to know what side the sub on. That's where I'm going, Princess. So now, I am not the best at what I do, but I'm good enough to get on here and feel comfortable enough and confident enough to share with you. I'm smart enough to know that I'm not just going to just take this and sublimate it. So I'm going to hold this design up and I'm going to make sure it's hitting the right side in the right place and all that good stuff, right? That's what I'm doing right now. So once I have this where I want it to be, I can take it upside down and I can tape it, okay? What size paper did you use for the lunch totes? What size printer do you have, Sean? What size printer do you have? Kim, Grand Rising, thanks for jumping on. What size printer do you have? I'm going to tilt this thing down so y'all can see again, okay? Because just so you know, this particular lunch tote, the lunch tote measured at 11.6 in width by 11 in height. Okay? The lunch tote measured at 11. This particular lunch tote measured at 11.6 in width by 11 inches in height. So now, if you have a small format printer, you're going to have some issues. That's why it's always a great idea to connect with another company and possibly outsource. It's a great idea. Because you may not always have the ability to do what it is that you want to do as it pertains to your business. Okay? I hope what I said kind of got somebody's attention. Now you will learn how to use your table to tape. I just slid my substrate off the table. You will learn how to use your table to tape. You're going to learn how to leverage your table to tape. Okay? Everybody tapes differently. You will find your way. I don't have to use all this tape, but because I know that there are some beginners on here, I'm going to tape all four sides. Something that I'm not able to do. I'm not able to do this, but I'm going to have to do this right now because the press is still hot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one. I'm going to take this one and I'm going to turn it face, excuse me. Excuse me. I'm going to turn it face down and I'm going to check the pressure. Okay. Let me see. I got some questions. It's also got some questions. I'm sorry. I'm not sure if you answered about dry fit or not? I did not. What's your question about the dry fit? Because I'm actually doing a tutorial on how to use these particular items. So if you guys are looking for anything on our website, if you're looking for anything on our website, we could talk about our website. Our website is theblanksspot.com. Okay, theblanksspot.com. Right now, don't have any tips for them. I hate dry fit. I avoid them. I did tell my wife that I was going to try to print on dry fit. I avoid dry fit. This is a different pressure setting, y'all. It doesn't have to have a lot of pressure. Doesn't have to have a lot of pressure, but it does have to have some pressure, okay? Now, I think I'm good where I want to be. 360 degrees for 45 seconds. Let's go. Now, I really don't like, I don't like pressing on dry fit. Just in my opinion, dry fit's not the best. Hold on for a second, y'all.
Motion detected at front desk.
Guess somebody's calling to see if we're open today. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna be open today. I mean, but what tips are you looking for as far as dry fit? Because I mean, you gotta think about it. Dry fit is gonna be, it's thin. You got to protect it. What's the question? What temperature? 360 degrees, 45 seconds for this. Now remember, every press is gonna be different. Okay, every press is gonna be different. But remember, if you press this too long and have too much pressure, there is a coating on here, and the coating will peel off. So you have to know each substrate is different. Now, by me telling you the temperatures that I'm using, that's not necessarily the temperatures that you use. You might have to use different temperatures. You say dry fit leaves streaks in the color when it's gas releases. Yeah, I don't like dry fit. I don't. But people do dry fit because it is cheaper. Okay, Grand Rising. So that's one of them. Okay, that's one. Now I'm going to do the other one. Remember, this is the back. This is the back of the. This is going to be the back of the journal. I always keep my little microfiber cloth. So this is the back of the journal. So if the front of the journal is going to sit like this, the back is going to sit like this, right? So I now have to take the back and do the same thing I did with the front. Where am I at? Right here. And this is going to be the back of the journal, okay? That's going to matter. Y'all still talking about shirts? There's a lot of people out there that like dry fit, so might start with that first. Well, I'm gonna say this with the utmost respect and decency. People, yes, like what they like, but at the same time, it really ain't gonna matter if they like it if you can't do it. So if you're gonna try to do dry fit, I'd recommend that you understand that dry fit is a thinner. Dry fit is a thinner. It's a thinner substrate. It's a thinner fabric, and you're gonna have to also place some butcher paper or something in between the dry fit to make sure that you don't have that blowout, because it's gonna be easier to blow out on dry fit and get that image in the back. So there's a lot of things you got to think about. Also, with dry fit, you're going to have to think about the pressure. Once you learn your heat press, once you make sure you have some great paper, because it could be a problem with your paper as well. Okay, it could be a problem with the paper as well. That's just my opinion. Okay, you use cardboard cutout Michaels for dry fit. I shouldn't even read that. We ain't talking about Michaels. Yeah, that when I do my dry fit shirts though, I actually use butcher paper. That's what I use. Brenda, Grand Rising, thanks for jumping on. So here's the second. This is going to be the second journal cover. It's the second one. And I don't say that about the N word to be funny, but I'm learning more and more that we are a business. And although we're not in competition with those guys because we don't sell everything they sell, we are branding ourselves and we are learning not to talk about other stores and other companies that we don't associate ourselves with. And eventually, as business owners, you guys will probably start doing the same thing. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. So we're taping this to make sure it doesn't shift. And I'm going to give myself a little bit more pressure. Okay? Give myself a little bit more pressure. This comes with practice, though. Knowing each substrate and what pressure you need and how to actually make that happen, okay? Questions or comments? Yep, knowing where to place your image, yeah. And not being in a hurry, princess. Not being in a hurry to just sublimate it. I know a lot of mistakes are made because we're in a hurry to get it done, or we're very excited to get it done. I went through my period of excitement. I still mess up some things sometimes, but I went through my period of excitement. Okay. Going through that period of excitement, I've learned to slow it down a little bit. Now, I'll still mess some things up, and I'm not doing it purposely. But when we're making stuff for customers, we got to understand that we can't be overly excited. That's the truth. Some people have to live and learn. Yeah. Grand Rising, just joined. What are you making this morning? Well, Grand Rising. So what we're doing is we're doing a tutorial on gift ideas. Okay. We just created our neoprene lunch tote, Black History. Okay. We're creating a A4 8.5 by 11 spiral notebook. Let's see. So how would you know the adjustment of the pressure is needed? Mess up a couple. I'm not trying to listen. Here's the thing, y'all. Because we are a sublimation blanks and supply company, we sublimate everything in this store. We get in here to make sure it's good quality. Then when we sublimate it, we make recommendations and or suggestions to our customers when they buy our products. So remember, every heat press is different. So I can't tell you what to press it at. And that's what a lot of people get upset about. They say, well, why can't you just tell me what temperature to press? Well, because your heat press is going to be different from mine. Your idea of medium pressure is going to be different from mine. That's why when you purchase something, you shouldn't just purchase one of something. Many of you are wanting to do different items, but you're not willing to invest the money in learning how to do the different items. A lot of people are only wanting to get the temperature and the time and the pressure. And this is not directed to anybody, especially not you, Brenda. We're just talking. But a lot of people want to go know the temperature and the time, and that's not gonna be the determining factor, because I'm in a warehouse and my outlet is 20 amps. Okay, my connection is 20 amps. 20 amps is higher than 10 amps. So that means it's going to get hotter faster. Can you remove the image from the sublimated slate piece? I'm not sure what you're talking about. We're all actually doing these right now. But yeah, that's how you know, Brenda. You gotta actually get some. So this is what I always recommend people do. Okay, and I want you to see the opposite sides. The spirals on the opposite sides. When I put the book together, it's gonna be like this. Okay, so you may want to order. When you order, you may want to order more than one. Most people, when they try to do something, they order one, and then they say, "Oh, I messed it up," and then they don't try it again. Okay, so that's something to think about. We don't do puff prints. We're a sublimation blanks and supply company, so we don't do puff prints. We do sell vinyl. If you're looking for vinyl, we do sell vinyl, but we don't do puff prints. Okay. Now, what I'm doing right now is I'm going to open this spiral up, and I'm going to place the spiral notebook. I'm going to put it together. So ask me a question about what I'm doing, please. You guys got any questions about what you see me doing? Please ask me a question about that. My name is Eric. Our company is the Blanks Spot. We are a sublimation blanks and supply company located in West Columbia, South Carolina. We have lots of different sublimation blanks and supplies. I asked the question when we first got on. I said, hey, how many of you guys are doing sublimation? Type of number 3 in the comments. And there was a lot of number 3s. And then I came back and I asked, okay, how many of you guys are doing more than t-shirts and tumblers? And it wasn't a lot of people. I want you to think about this. If you're looking to expand your horizon and learn more than just t-shirts and tumblers, then guess what you're going to have to do? You're going to have to find a company. Hopefully you'll find a smaller business like ours, and you're not going to go to Blamazon and support this type of business and say, hey, let me see if I can do this and try it out. It's not going to hurt to try. But if you want to expand your business, those are some things you're going to want to consider. Okay. Those are some things you're going to want to consider. Do you have unique yeah, I think we have unique items that others don't carry. I mean, I don't know what other people are carrying, but we do have some unique items. If you go on our website, you'll be able to see. You check out our website, you'll be able to see what we carry. I am very glad, though, that we don't have all of our items on our TikTok shop, because that would not be great for us. We want people to come and shop with our store. Okay. We've had a website long before we had a TikTok shop. That being said, a lot of people have gotten used to TikTok shop, and they have gotten a little bit lazy as far as looking at people's websites and what they actually have, because TikTok shop has tricked a lot of people by giving them free shipping and other discounts. So, Gamefully, how you doing, Grand Rising? Let's see. This is interesting because I do pins, chains, and shirts. Notebooks would be nice. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, let's check this out. Just taking my time. Once again, this is for somebody who has a business and wants to add value to their business. This is also could be for a hobbyist. Someone has a hobby and they want to add value to their hobby. Who knows? I don't know. There's so many different items that you can do in sublimation. And I think the biggest disconnect is that people are looking and they're saying, hey, Well, this is what people are asking for. This is what people are wanting. But you know, I learned a while back, I learned that customers really don't know what they want. Now, for some people, for some customers, that may be offensive. Promise you I'm not here to offend anybody. Okay? For some customers, that may be offensive. But customers really don't know what they want. And I'm learning that from the conversations that I'm having just with crafters. Because these are our customers as well. We have end users as well who get custom items. But at the end of the day, most customers don't know what they want. So it's up to you as a creator or a crafter to give them different options. It's up to you to give them different options. It's up to you to give them different options. Okay? The website, theblanksspot.com. Theblanksspot.com. That's THEBLANKSSPOT.com. If you look at my name, it's my name pushed together.com. Also, I know once again that TikTok Shop has made us super lazy to where we don't do research. It does. But there's a lot of ways to find us, guys. Lots of ways to find us. You can Google. Sorry about that, YouTube. Sorry about that, Facebook and YouTube. Don't be mad at me. My apologies. I got to get y'all back. Give me 1 second. All right, my apologies, Facebook and YouTube. I was trying to adjust my screen, adjust my position. So, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Now, this is a tumbler press. And I know I talked about tumblers and what we're doing with tumblers and all that good stuff, but this is not a regular tumbler, okay? This ain't a regular tumbler. This is a 25-ounce frosted tumbler. 25-ounce frosted tumbler. Now, I hadn't done this in a while, so this is going to be a earnest, honest attempt for someone that's starting out in sublimation. What's the best-selling sublimation blank? Excuse me for the answer, but if you're just starting, my question would be, what can you do? That would be my question. What can you do? Because the best-selling blank may not be at your skill level. That's me speaking honestly. The best-selling blank may not be at your skill level. Definitely not trying to sound coy. I would love to sell you some stuff. You've done tumblers, so tumblers probably are one of the best-selling blanks. Now, are you going to offer a tumbler for every? Hey, Bonnie, are you going to offer a tumbler for every occasion? I don't know. That's why we're doing what we're doing. Gift ideas, sublimation gift ideas. Are you going to offer a tumbler for every occasion? I don't know. That's why we're doing sublimation gift ideas. So the best-selling blank may not be the one that you're doing or know how to do. The best-selling blank could be one that you never touched. Or you could start a trend. You never know. That may not be the answer that you wanted, but I hope it makes sense. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know if you're doing this as a hobbyist or as a business owner. I don't know. But there's more than just 20-ounce tumblers out there as well. And when you think about it, absolutely. Just think about what do you want to learn how to do next? What's your target audience? Are you looking to do gift ideas? Are you wanting to touch and reach people in different areas? We have Mother's Day coming up. What are you going to offer the mothers for Mother's Day? I think that's a better question. What can I offer my customers? That might be a better question. What is it that I can offer my customers that they may want? I got lots of opinions on what I see going on, and I promise you, all of them, everybody's obviously not going to agree with what I'm saying, but I got lots of opinions about what I see going on. Well, I don't think the market is oversaturated, Bonnie, but I think that people who are crafters, because obviously it ain't oversaturated because people still buying tumblers. I think though, Bonnie, I do think that, and I'm just going to say this with all the grace that I have, right? I think that people have seen something selling, and instead of them trying to look at a market or create a market, for example, I might want to target little old ladies who like to have a little bag to keep some of their peppermints in for their grandkids, right? I don't know. I might want to get with some little old ladies and say, hey, check this out. You got a bag and a pad. They might be going to church. They might be going to Bible study. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Now, I got somebody's attention. They got a matching bag and a matching journal. That's a market. Antoinette, Grand Rising, thanks for jumping on. My name is Eric, coming in from Columbia, South Carolina. This is the Blank Spot. We're a sublimation blanks and supply company. Can I show how I do the bags? You missed it. So what I need you to do is I need you to go to our YouTube channel, which is the Blank Spot Academy, and you can see how I actually sublimated the bag. Okay? I just sublimated it. Everything that you see me sublimating, I'm sublimating, okay? This is a 25-ounce frosted. It's a 25-ounce frosted skinny straight tumbler, glass tumbler. Now I'm going to sublimate this. I hadn't did this in a while. I hadn't done this in a while. So don't judge me. So everything that you do, you have to perfect. You're going to sublimate this similar to a regular skinny 20-ounce metal tumbler, but the glass is going to be a little bit higher in temperature. So my tumblers I usually do at about 360 for about 45 seconds, and I rotate it for another 45 seconds. In this machine, remember, everyone is different. And then for this, I'm going to take the temperature up to about, what did I do? Let me see. I'm going to do 390. No, I'm going to do 385. I'm going to do 385. And I'm going to do, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a minute and 20, which means I'm going to do 60 seconds, rotate it, 60 seconds, rotate it, 60 seconds, rotate it. So the glass is going to have to be baked on a little bit longer. Okay? The glass is going to have to be baked on a little bit longer. Once again, it's going to be your responsibility to check out your own equipment and see how you can actually sublimate these items in your own equipment. I can give you recommendations to get started, but if you bought your own equipment, whoever you purchased the equipment from, they should be giving you recommendations on the skinny 20s metal and also metal tumblers and also glass tumblers. What's the journal that was sublimated? So the journal, this is the A4 spiral journal. This is the A4 spiral journal. It's actually 11. This is 11 and a half, 8.5 by 11, excuse me. Yeah, this was sublimated. So this is a sublimation blanks and supply company. Do you customize because that's really beautiful? Yeah, we do. You can actually go to our website. You can go to our website, or you can click the link in the bio. If you click the link in the bio, once you get there, you can click the link in the bio, and you'll see the second option on our link tree, and that'll let you see how to order customized transfers. All right, so I'm going to have to adjust this a tad bit for this glass. Because I've been doing skinny 20s. Once again, I'm at about 385 for 60 seconds. I'm going to rotate it. I'm going to do it again. Rotate it. I'm going to do it 4 times, okay? Because this press only goes up to 99 seconds. And I need to do it for 120. Yeah. So anything, so we can customize anything. Are you looking to do it yourself, or are you looking to order something from us? Antoinette, that's the question. Are you looking to get something that's completed, or are you looking to do something in prints? Because we can do either one. Can you leave the spiral on while, well, I wouldn't do it, because remember, your paper, your heat press is going to be, the heat press is going to be at about 360 degrees. You're going to burn the paper. Now, if you want to burn the paper, by all means. Or if you want to learn how to do it, that might be the better option. I already messed it up. So that's going to be a problem already. Because my press, I'm going to have a seam in here because my I didn't tape it tight enough. But now I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. So are you new? Are you new to sublimation? That's a question that I never encountered before. The Blank Spot Academy on YouTube. I'm actually on YouTube right now. Isn't that right, Princess Diamond? Well, she's on Facebook, but I'm on YouTube right now. So yeah, that wouldn't be a good idea. to leave it on because you're gonna smash the spirals, you're gonna burn the paper in the inside. It's gonna be a lot of issues. Grand Rising Tips. Once again, it's not going to work because the spiral is too close. And it's really not hard to put on. The spiral is too close. So if you're thinking that you're going to open this up like this and sublimate it, you're going to have a white space right here, right up next to the spiral. But you can do whatever what you like. You can try it. If it works for you, it works for you, But that's not something that I would recommend because that spiral, if you look at it, how close it is to the spine, you're going to have a white space right there, and it's not going to sublimate. But if that's what you want to try, by all means. Thank you, Samantha. I appreciate it. You guys just jumping on. My name is Eric, coming in from Columbia, South Carolina. This is the Blank Spot. We're a Sublimation Blank Supply Company. What we're doing right now, we are sublimating a glass tumbler, 25-ounce glass tumbler. It's going to come with a bamboo lid and a regular plastic straw. Not that that's a bad question, Raja. I don't want to mess it up. Not that that's a bad question, but I want you to think about it. If you decide to try to do that with the binder already put together, you're going to have missing pieces. And the whole idea, unless you're going to just do a main picture, but still you're going to end up smashing the spirals. And that's not going to be a good look for your customers. We are just about done, guys. So thank y'all for hanging in there. I appreciate it. Went over just a little bit longer than I wanted to, but I wanted to do all 3 items. Can you message me that question about the monthly subscription, please? I am not going to be a happy camper. Now, this is hot. Here's another reason why you have to be safe. Okay? This is hot. Now, I've heard people putting 20-ounce or metal tumblers in water so they can cool. Has anybody ever heard of that? Has anybody ever heard of putting metal tumblers in water so they can cool? Anybody? No? Yes? Yes? No? Okay. So people are actually putting the metal tumblers into the water so it can cool down faster. And they say, hey, well, it stops the sublimation process. If you ever see that, I want you to understand something, okay? Just because people are doing it, that doesn't mean it works. Also, if you're that much in a hurry to get the paper off, be mindful that you probably have some other things that you can do. Now, the last thing I'm going to say about that little deal about the reason why I brought that up is because if you're new to sublimation, let me get my plug. I got to get some power right quick, y'all. If you're new to sublimation and you're doing a metal, you're doing a metal tumbler, it's not going to bother it. Okay, it's not going to hurt it. But if you take that same action with a glass tumbler and you run it underwater after you sublimate it, what's going to happen? It's going to break. I say that for a reason. Just because you hear somebody doing something, that don't mean you should do it. And I thought I wasn't going to be happy. But I'm ecstatic. Let me tell y'all something. This thing came out looking amazing. It came out looking amazing. Just amazing. Can you see that, Princess? Just amazing. Where I thought I was going to have some issues, I didn't. I saw my paper crinkled up. Yeah, that black is blacking, ain't it? It is. So I had to let YouTube look at this as well. So this is hot. Once again, another look at the ink release. Seeing where. That's right. I so just so you know, I did have a little overlap. I usually don't have much or any, but where the pictures end and the black begins is where the seam is supposed to be. Now it's going to be easier to hide the seam on this. That's actually where my seam is. That's actually where my seam is, right there where the K and the pictures touch. Yeah, the paper is on our website. So if you go to our website, theblankspot.com, even if you go to the link in our bio, you'll be able to see and shop with us. Our paper is there. We have 8.5 by 11, 8.5 by 14, 11 by 17, and 13 by 19. I do believe we have some 8.5-inch paper rolls as well. Check us out. Check us out. Is the design for sale? The transfers are for sale. We don't sell any digital designs. Most of the time, as we purchase these designs, we're not supposed to resell them, and we don't. So we're selling the transfers. Okay, we want to keep that integrity between the other artists and the other business owners. So, you hate that we move. How you doing, Miko? You hate that we moved? Watch this, Miko. I don't. I'm having a ball. So, Miko, we still got to get together. So, check this out. This is what we did. Y'all with me? Are y'all with me for a minute? This is what we did. Gift ideas. While there are a lot of people that are focused on t-shirts and tumblers, if you are a business owner, a crafter, a creator, or designer, I want you to think about this. I want you to think about this. I want you to think about how you can actually set yourself aside and set yourself apart from actually learning how to do other things to enhance your business. Will the print look the same if I use your paper but with Sawgrass ink? So we're not selling the design. So Mama Steel, you'd have to buy the transfer from us. But I don't know. I can't really tell you. That would be a fabrication on my part. I've never used Sawgrass ink, and I know people who use our paper that have Sawgrass, and they get great results. However, for this, just so people know, we're not selling the designs, we're selling the transfers. no ghosting, no issues, no unevenness. So for our transfers that we sell ready to ship, for our transfers, well, we're not selling the design, mama, still. Not the design, the paper. I can't answer that. I can't answer that. So for anybody that wants to order these transfers, for example, let's say you're talking about the tumbler wraps. If you're looking at the tumbler wraps, our tumbler wraps, the measurements are 9.3 by 8.2. Hopefully that's what you're asking, Tips Custom Creation. Our tumbler transfers are 9.3 by 8.2. So I hope that kind of answers the question. This, I just sized this for this example. I sized this for this example. But if you want custom, definitely you're going to have to upload and do custom. You just made this? That's what's up. If you're looking for anything custom, all you got to do is have it sized already on the website. There's even a video. There's a video. So you want this for mugs as well? Why don't you do me a favor, Tips Custom? Why don't you email us? info@theblankspot.com. That's THEBLANKSSPOT.com. info@theblankspot.com. Thank you, Evans. I appreciate it. I'm not sublimating anything else. That's it. I'm answering questions right now. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and end the YouTube/Facebook. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate it. Like I always say, when you know better, that's when you have the ability to do better. And the only knowledge that's powerful is properly applied knowledge. Make sure you take advantage of the gift ideas that we share sporadically so you can actually understand how to improve, enhance, and grow your sublimation business. This is Eric coming from the Blank Spot. We're a sublimation blanks and supply warehouse located in West Columbia, South Carolina. I'll see you all at the top because there's too many people struggling at the bottom. Peace.